Okay, we're recording. Okay, so I wanted to hop on and just walk through inviting. Inviting is something on the tracker, and I feel like it's the one thing I still procrastinate it like crazy. Um, and I feel like it's that one thing when we like eat the frog and actually do it and send out those invites, then we feel so good. And oftentimes I'll be like, Case, at least send out five. You send out five, and then suddenly you're sending out 20 because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm on a roll. I feel so good. Like it's just like literally eating the frog and doing the damn thing. Um, and especially early on in your business, and even now, I still like you are gonna have to reach out to people, right? It's not gonna be people are not gonna come flooding to your inbox right away. I wish that was the case, but a lot of people are. It's not that they're not interested; it's that they're afraid to reach out. I was so afraid to reach out. Lots of you guys were afraid to reach out. Um, but as soon as we kind of show up in their inbox, it's like, hey, it's not so scary. She's a real person, and I can reach out. And so that's I think the important part about inviting. It is something that you have to do all of the time, and we always say that your success club numbers and the amount of coaches you're recruiting and just like how your business is going is usually a direct reflection of if you're showing up or not, and then the people you're inviting. So I wanted to go over what makes a good invite, because it's easy to not send them because you're like, oh, well, I don't have an invite ready, so I'm not going to send any. This is kind of like conquering the fear at its base, I guess. So the most important part, I'm going to go through some tips that I wrote down here. And then if you guys want help making yours, if you want to log off, make your invite and then send it to me and we can like go over it together, that's cool, whatever works best for you. But just, I wanted this to be like an action step for everybody so that we can like myself included. I didn't have an invite, so I wasn't inviting the first half of October. And now I'm like, oh my gosh, why did you wait that long to make a new invite? So some of my tips were that keep it short and sweet. Nothing is worse than when somebody like word vomits all over your inbox and you're like, holy shit, I don't even know you, and now you just sent me this massive message, right? So keep it really short. I know, which is I love to talk, so it's hard. Keep it short. I was gonna say Paige loves to talk too. Keep it short and sweet. Um, let them know what's in it for them, because I feel like I'm not trying to shred other MLMs here, but like other marketing people, people who are selling things, um, it's oftentimes what's in it for them. They're like, hey, can you buy my product so I can hit a goal? Or I saw somebody selling Tupperware the other day on Facebook and was like, I need you to buy this bowl so I can hit my goal. And I was like, oh, what? Like, I was like, I don't think it works like that. And now I definitely don't want to buy that bowl. And so it's like, how, what is in it for them? Maybe it's, I've sent out invites before that are like, we're going to um, get you feeling confident in your own skin. We're going to make you feel happy and healthy. We're going to teach you how to properly portion your food. We're going to teach you how to work out consistently. We're going to, maybe it's drop a couple pounds before the holidays, like whatever that tangible goal is, make one up. And like, I don't want to say fake it till you make it, but honestly, fake it till you make it. Like, I heard the trick one time. It was like, I was like, how are all these people's inboxes flowing, like filling up? They're like, my inbox is so full, like I'll get back to you later. And she's like, no, my inbox is dead. She's like, but I'm trying to create that FOMO and that like experience for people. And so like, I'm not telling you to lie to people, but you know what I mean? Like whatever that goal is, and people will lose the weight if they join you. They will learn how to eat properly. They will learn how to um, work out properly. Like they will learn all those things. So just like think of something tangible that they can learn, and that they will benefit from this group. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's about them, right? This is nothing to do with us. Yeah, stretching the truth a little bit. There we go. Um, okay, so I kept it short and sweet. Let them know what's in it for them. Um, Personalization. This is a one that I like to do, especially if I've invited the person once or twice before. Is like literally take 3 seconds, click on their name, see what they've been up to lately, and like, hey, how was your trip to Bali? It looked amazing. Like just like that little tiny personalization makes a huge difference because it's not just about, oh my gosh, this was another copy paste message, right? It was like, wow, she took the time to like look at my feed or she's been following along. And most of these people, you're building some sort of relationship before you're inviting, some not. But give that little bit of personalization. It just like makes a world of difference. And if somebody was to send you an invite and there was the person that just sent like a copy paste message, it might be a great copy paste message. And then there was the person that just didn't, and then there was a person that sent like, hey, how was your trip? I saw you went on whatever you were doing this summer. It was like, wow, she cares. She took the time. And we do care, right? We're in this for people's lives. This isn't just like a quick buck, right? I always write my invites with a general opener, like, hey lady, or hey beautiful, or like something very general, just because you are going to use this as a copy paste template. And I don't want you to get caught. I always put their first name in, or like their nickname if I know them. I'll always change that out, but start your message draft with something general. I'm not a hey girl person, that's just me, but if that's you, that's cool, do it. Start it out general, and then you can add their name in as you go to send the invite, just because you don't want to start it out saying, hey Paige, and then you send Kaylee the hey Paige invite, and then you're like, now I really got to backtrack, right? It's like, what? And I've had instances where somebody's name is like spelt funny and then it autocorrects, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, which is like understandable, but yeah, I always try and like keep the message general and then personalize it when I'm in their thread. Just so you're always trying it to copy the most general message, so you never run into that issue. The same thing with personalization. Just add it in when you go into their own invite. Don't like, how was your trip to Bali, everybody, because not very many people are going to Bali, or maybe they are. I don't know. And then what's it? I always like to end it with a question, because if you just like, let me know if you're interested, it like, the ball isn't in anybody's court. It's like just there, and they don't feel obligated to respond to you, and then it's just kind of like this weird ending. So I felt weird implementing this, but I felt like people have ghosted me a lot less, is end it with a question. I just pumped out an invite last night, and I was like, would you be interested in joining us, was how I ended the invite. Just like a nice simple question. They'll say, if they're not interested, they'll be like, no thank you. And you can be like, hey, no worries, if you've got any friends that are, be sure to send them my way, or like enjoy your trip, or like whatever they're doing in their life. Then they're getting it back into your inbox, you can get to them. It can open up the segue for a conversation too, because some people are like, hey, not right now, I don't have any time. And then you can be relating your personal experience. Be like, oh, I totally understand what it's like to be a student. I was totally there. But these programs have definitely helped, since they're only like 20 minutes long, right? Just a nice way to end it off, that it leaves the ball in their court, and lots of time they'll feel obligated to respond, whether the answer is yes or no. But then at least it opens up that door for conversation. It's not just like a vague invite. I usually give some sort of tidbit as well about what we're doing. Like, it's not like, hey, do you want to join my health and wellness group? They'd be like, what is she doing? So I'm not the invite master too. You will figure this out as you go, what feels good, what you want to do. But I pumped one out last night. It says, hey lady, how's your week been? I'm not sure if you saw my stories yesterday, because I posted those like graphics that I put in our group chat. But I just opened up some spots for our wellness community. And then I said, long story short, we find you an at-home fitness and nutrition program that suits your lifestyle. Then you join our virtual group where we share recipes and resources, as well as support you in your health and wellness goals. That's like the, what are they going to get out of it? I said, I'm biased, but these groups have been epic and we've been having so much fun. Would you be interested in joining us? So like, not too long. Sorry, I'm sick of my nose. Not too long. It lets them know what the group is, like gives them enough information to get them hooked, but doesn't like 17 paragraph word vomit on them, right? It's general at the beginning, so I'm not getting stuck in that copy paste thing. And then ends with a question, just like short, sweet, to the point. Yeah, I feel like I was really, really fearful of starting to write invites. Anytime we do something new, right? We're scared. But it's one of those things, it's like, eat that frog. If you just type out one, And then you can tweak it, and you can send it out a couple times, and you're like, hey, I'm not getting anything back. Maybe we can tweak it a little bit, or maybe we need to add some more info or something like that. It's very much there's no like cut and clear answer. For a while, I was only video chatting, inviting people, like sending them like Instagram stories of me, but like inviting them in their inbox, and it was working great. And then it like died out really quick, and I was like, okay, I'm back to sending messages. It's like whatever works, right? Yeah. Any questions? I feel like it's always just me rambling.
Well, like it's super, super helpful because yeah, like I haven't made one yet, but I've only been like thinking about it, and then like I can make one and send it your way, and we
Yeah,
can chat
totally.
about it. Okay, awesome.
And then it's good. We can always have that one in your back pocket. And then, like I said, if you're going to invite 6 people to work or a morning meltdown or whatever you're doing, you can just kind of adjust from there. I have a few notes in my phone of just like literally invites to everything. I had a really good list for one. And then, okay, then another thing, post invite. I love sending videos because videos are like thebomb.com because I feel like they get across so much information in a short amount of time. And like, I love chatting with people. I would chat with people all day, but I don't have time to sit in my inbox and like write out every little single detail and then somebody to read that message. So I will always send people a video for a program. Like say I was inviting to Lift 4, I send them that initial invite, and then they're like, yeah, I would love some more information. Then you're like, great, can I send you a video? Like 99.9% of the time they'll be like, yeah, of course. And this one here, I like kind of explained the program a little bit to get them hooked. I was like, it's 4 days a week, 30 minutes a day, basic weightlifting followed by HIIT style cardio. There's a nutrition plan. I said I have a short video that explains it all a lot better than I can. Do you care to check it out? And they're like, yeah, of course. Send that video and then just mark them on your follow-up list. Put them in your day planner, like follow up with so and so tomorrow. It's such a good way. Beachbody spends so much money making those videos. It's like, why not use them? And then it's just kind of, yeah, easing that process so you're not like typing the same message 900 times.
Yeah, that definitely makes so much sense. And then videos, like people love watching videos.
Oh, seriously. Somebody send me a video, be like, yeah, sure. I'll watch it. Paige, do you have any advice or anything to add that I missed? You're muted also.
Sorry, you're asking me for advice?
Yeah. But just like when you've been sending advice.
I need you to redo all my lights in my house, please. Like, seriously. Have patience, I think, is a big thing. Because, like, I'm almost a year into it, and I've got, 5 or 6 people underneath me? And, like, 2 of them are coaches. 1 of them is Mason, so he doesn't really count. And then I have Alyssa. I think right now she's more just a discount coach. She's still, feeling the waters and figuring out how to do it. I think the biggest thing is to not be discouraged when somebody doesn't want to join you. I think that's the biggest thing because some people take it to heart. I'm what you call a blue person. I'm a very emotional person. I'm a very personal person. I want to know how your day was. I want to, are you feeling good? How, was there something that somebody said to you that, kind of set you off a little bit? Like that's who I am as a person. So it took me a long time to figure out that no doesn't mean I don't like you. It's I'm not ready. So I think I'm learning slowly. But I would say that, yeah, have patience, and it's a big key, and being consistent and making sure you're showing up for yourself and showing up for others and just being real and honest and vulnerable and, you know, maybe putting yourself out there a little bit with something that you typically would not have done. Yeah, I don't know. Now I'm rambling. I can't think and I look like a ghost.
No, that's all good. And you're right. It is about, like, inviting is...
Oh, hi. We have a friend.
Inviting is part of it, but it's like if you're not showing up on your social media, but then you're inviting people to the thing, it's like, wait, but do you even do this yourself, right? So it's like,
That's
literally all this big circle trifecta thing. And
Yeah.
you're right, no doesn't mean I hate you. It just means I'm not ready.
Yeah, exactly. And that's partially my reason why I haven't been inviting. And I've been like that since the beginning. How do I invite to something, regardless if I'm doing anything? How do I invite to something if I'm not doing it? Right? How do I invite you to drink Shakeology if I'm not drinking it? How do I invite you to drink Energize if I'm not drinking it? Like, I don't drink Recover just because I've never ordered it. And if people question me about it, I let them know that I've never had it before. But these are the reviews that I've heard from real people that have positive experiences with it and really enjoy it. So just little things like that, you know, making sure you have that little bit of knowledge to go with what people are asking. And sometimes I'm like, honestly, I have no idea. Can I get back to you? Like,
that's huge. I love that one. Because I hate when people feed me bullshit because they don't know,
Right.
but they're trying to sell me something. I'm like, no, like, just be honest. Be like, hey, I'm really not sure, but like, yeah, can I get back to you?
So it's just, I don't know, it's a learning game, and it's such, and something like that or like this is, it can be a little bit more challenging because not everybody is totally 100% comfortable with social media, right? Sometimes I hate posting on Instagram, but at the same time, I'm like, I know that I have people that are watching me and that are rooting for me because I've seen those messages and I've gotten the inboxes and stuff like that. Like, hey, you know what? You're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Keep going. And I'm like, oh, somebody sees what I'm doing.
And like, those are the best to like make a little toolbox of like, whether it's an album in your phone, whatever it is, like screenshot it for those days when you're like down in the dumps. You're like, okay, there's people out there that care.
Right?
And I always think about, put yourself back in the shoes of before you were a coach. And like, if you need to right now, scroll all the way back to our messages and find, like, I say this to everybody, like, man, how many times did I invite you before you joined me? Now put in that same amount of effort and somebody will join you. It takes time. It is such a time thing.
I just sit over here and grin because I was that person.
I was the same way to my coach. I was like, no.
I'm not doing that.
Yes. Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I'm yearing, like, I'll be a year in January that I've been a coach. I've been a Beachbody member for a year this September. And well, I sent you a picture this week from last Christmas to, you know, a month ago. And I'm like, oh, my sweet Lanta, what did I do to myself? So like those little things that you can, you know, look back on and see how far you've come and how far your business has come. It's amazing. Like it's worth it in the end.
So then who are the people that you guys are inviting? Like, how do I, like, I'm working on like gaining followers. So like searching up hashtags and gaining followers with like people who have similar interests of me. And then like I look on my stories and like a lot of the time it's either like the people I know from like high school, like friends. And then the people that I don't know who are looking at my stories are like people who have like a crap ton of followers already that are like influential people in their own thing. So I'm like, how do you pick people to invite? And then are the people that you're inviting like always your follower to begin with, or like do you invite people who don't follow you?
My general rule of thumb is like, if somebody's watching my stories consistently, like if I notice them one day, I'll like, it only takes a couple minutes to scroll through and then say like, in a couple days from now, if I see they're watching again, I'm like, if you've watched my stories for a couple days, you know what I'm about, you know what's going on my page, I'm going to send you an invite, whether or not they follow me. What, like, obviously I check to make sure they're not like another coach.
Okay.
But yeah, if they're like actively watching your stuff, especially if they don't follow you, that means that they're literally going out of their way to search you to follow your stuff. Like, take that as a huge compliment and be like, yeah, I'm gonna invite them.
Okay.
Those are like kind of the people that are like, I almost classify them as like you're asking for an invite because you're like consistently watching. And I'm like, you don't want an invite, quit watching. And yeah, like those people from high school, if you were friends with them, just like, hey, like I'm not sure if you've seen my page. Obviously, they haven't been on your page, but like, I'm not sure if you saw that I've embarked on a new journey. I'm looking for some, or like, I've opened up some spots in our wellness community. Would you be interested in joining us? Like, and most people, if you're like just starting out like that, they're never gonna be like, no. We're like, hey, not for me, best of luck. And it's like, okay, no problem. And then you know, some people will be like, absolutely, I'm in. That's awesome that you're building your following already, though. That's super fun.
Thank you. I had a question. I'm gonna think.
I like her.
We just have the best group of people. I just love it.
So then, how are there people that you also invite that like don't watch your stories consistently? Like, just like if I want to go tomorrow and send like a mass amount of invites, but like only 50 people are watching my stories, like how do you guys invite people who don't watch your stories necessarily?
If they're liking my posts, I'll invite them. It depends. Some
Okay.
people, like, I've got people on my page who followed me for a really, really long time, but we've never like reached out or anything. But I'm like, you've been around for like a year, and maybe I just missed the day that they watch my stories, or maybe they're just like a silent watcher. They don't like anything. Sometimes I'll give them an invite. I usually try to have a relationship of some sort with some people, even if it's like I've commented on their Instagram story once, they replied, we had like a little conversation, or like a couple replies back and forth before I invite them. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, just so then it's not like, again, I always say put yourself in the shoes of the person you're inviting. If you don't have any relationship with them and you don't know them, I feel like I would be hesitant to join them, even if what they're doing is super cool, just because I'm like, oh, I don't really know you. But if you've like interacted with them and they're like, hey, she seems kind of cool, and then you invite her, they're like way more inclined to join you. You've already interacted with them, you've like invested that time in that connection, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes lots of sense.
Cool. Okay, well, yeah, if you both, I don't know, want to, I have to stop this.